Today, I'm going to show you how to use a keypad in Tinkercad, step by step, so you can connect it properly and read button presses with Arduino. This is a really useful skill if you want to build security locks, menu systems, password entry projects, or any interactive circuit that needs number and character input. If this video helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more easy Tinkercad tutorials. All right, let's get into it. First, open Tinkercad and go to Circuits. Once you're in the circuit workspace, make sure you're starting a new circuit or opening an existing one. On the right side, change the Components filter to All if needed, because the keypad may be easier to find that way. Now search for Keypad. Drag the 4x4 keypad onto your workplane. Now let's understand what this part actually does. A keypad in Tinkercad usually has 8 pins, and those pins are arranged as rows and columns inside a matrix. That means the buttons are not read like simple switches on separate pins. Instead, the Arduino scans the rows and columns to figure out which key is being pressed. That is why we use a keypad library instead of only using digital read. Next, connect the keypad to your Arduino. The simplest way to do this is to connect the 8 keypad pins to 8 consecutive digital pins on the Arduino. For example, you can use digital pins 2 through 9. It helps to keep the wiring neat and organized. You can wire the row pins first, then the column pins. The exact pin order can depend on the keypad component, so always make sure your wiring matches the row and column setup you define in code. Now we're ready for the code. Click on Code and switch from blocks to text. In the code editor, we need to include the keypad library. So at the top of your sketch, you'll add the library include statement for keypad. Then we define how many rows and columns the keypad has. For a 4x4 keypad, that means 4 rows and 4 columns. After that, we create the key map. This is the layout that tells Arduino which character belongs to each key. A common 4x4 layout includes the numbers 1 through 9, then 0, and the letters A, B, C, D, plus the star and hash symbols. This map is important because it tells your program what each button should return when pressed. Then you define the row and column pin connections. This part must match the pins you wired on the Arduino. For example, if you used pins 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the rows, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 for the columns, your code needs to list those pins in that exact order. Once that's done, you initialize the keypad object using the row count, column count, key map, and the pin arrays. Now write your setup function. In setup, you can start the serial monitor by setting the baud rate with serial.begin. This will allow you to see which key is being pressed. Then in the loop function, use the keypad library's getkey function to check whether a button has been pressed. If a key is pressed, print it to the serial monitor. That way, every time you press a button on the keypad, you'll see the character appear on screen. If the code isn't working, the first thing to check is your wiring order. A keypad will not behave correctly if the row and column pins are mixed up. The second thing to check is whether your pin numbers in the code match your actual Arduino wiring. And the third thing to check is your library setup. In Tinkercad, the keypad support may work differently depending on the simulator version, so make sure you're using the proper keypad component and a compatible Arduino sketch. Once everything is connected and running, open the serial monitor and press a few keys. If everything is set correctly, you should see each key appear exactly as you press it. That means your keypad is working properly in Tinkercad. From here, you can build a lot of cool projects. You can make a pin lock, a calculator, a password system, or a menu controller. A keypad is one of the best components to learn early because it teaches you both wiring and input logic at the same time. If this tutorial helped, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next Tinkercad project. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.